if ever they do want to do that roaming trio with the jungle Kimmy, they need a sustained gold lane. Or at least
I think Alice would work.
Maybe.
Alice. Okay.
Ooh,
They took the Barretts.
They took the Barats and the Kimmy went away.
Yep.
So, Jungle Barats!
Oh!
Jungle Barats!
Here we go. There's a surprise. Like if the last pick of Onic was a surprise, game number 1. Oh, this is a surprise pick. Last pick here
Jungle
for
Barretts.
Blacklist International, along with the Matilda and the Grok. Yeah, now that's a scary trio as well. Like those three roaming around together.
Grok, Barats.
Is this the first time we've seen Jungle Barretts?
Yep.
Yes. It's been making the rounds in ranked. I mean, to be fair, when Barats first came out, like sometime last year,
He was like a tank, right? I mean, he was a jungle. I mean.
but we've seen him played as a core, played as a jungler from the amateur scene, and maybe once or twice overseas. But ladies and gentlemen, here we go. You are not dreaming. Wake up. It's game number 2. Onic versus Blacklist. Code's about to be broken. Can the defending champions hold on? What's catching your eye here, Reptar?
It's a killing spree on the Barretts.
Oh,
That's
seriously.
terrifying, dude.
He means business. He wants these fights to last forever.
Yeah, because usually there are Barretts in the jungles who will still rock like a tank emblem and just build damage items. That's where he gets that damage from. But then now this is just a pure let's kill everything Barrett,
Which is so unconventional. So, I mean, and it's good pick potential as well. There's Beloyski with the arrow, but I think that's going to really convert to anything. But
Diving in. Oh, the burst on the queen.
poke for poke. That hurt.
yeah, and they actually, what I was going to say with Blacklist, what they have so far, they have a huge front line.
Kyrie stole the orange.
Oh, he did.
he did.
Yeah.
While we were... Wait. Delarski's fine. I was thinking maybe Edward was going to go force it. He does have the execute.
I think, I mean, when you see a Barats jungle and you're on the Paquito, I think that's just the smart play is just, take as much as you can from him until a certain point when Barats is just, it gets scary, right? But early on, you're free to do that.
This time we get to see an evolution of the relationship between Paquito and Barretts. In terms of the lane, it's either here or there. It's really down to who gets to execute the combinations or what they want to do better. Then now we're going to see them going up against in the jungle, and both high damage dealers, Paquito more on bursts. For longer extended team fights, the Barretts will be a problem.
Yep. And I'm guessing, and looking at this lineup, I like how Blacklist has really drafted this Barats because it answers a lot of what Onic wants to do. You have the Esmeralda, you have the Selena that's going to jump in, you have the Jawhead, and if you ejector the Barats, he's happy to just be there anyway.
He's happy to just land where he lands.
I get to stomp everybody.
Yeah. On top of that, too, I think Blacklist International also has a second win condition there, just in that pick with the Kimmy on Oheb, because late game, that can turn into a disaster for Onic. But it does look like they grabbed that first turtle.
Yep, as expected, a lot of the priority is going to go over to Onic here. Their lineup is easier to execute. Electo final blow, powered by Edward from the back line. Oheb dropping the cover fire. Retreat, he says, as these two teams disengage.
Yeah, great job there. I mean, Onic needing to do what they had to. They're slowly building their lead here. And again, I would give it up to Onic's early game. And again, Blacklist being known for taking things to the later portion of the game, it's in their advantage as well. So that first blood actually goes to Oheb.
Yep, it looks like BMO chased a little too close, and Haji was able to keep him down with enough burst coming in from the favorite son. There's the arrow thrown out. I think with that kill, Onic may have just made the communication to say, all right, let's not do that again. We have to coordinate these things.
Yeah, because I mean, he died because earlier he Unstoppable forced way too far in and he had to flicker, so he didn't have anything there. And again, that's going to be huge for Oheb.
Yeah, BMO ejector on Haji. Might have not been the perfect target. And there's the Guardian's Barrier and the Wild Charge. Hatred with the Entropy Swap. Kyrie cleaning up shop, taking down Haji. And there's the backward slide by Oheb. Maximum charge to the face. Hatred survives, picking up his Hunter Strike.
Yeah, he didn't have Hunter Strike yet at that time, but if he did, he probably would have been able to get closer to Oheb, but Oheb was just able to kite perfectly just in time. And now this is where Onic needs to be careful of. Again, that Guardian's Barrier from the Grok, Wild Charge, might be great counterplay here, but I like how Hatred really committed the swap there with Entropy.
I may say, I think the Grok is also super key because it stops the Jawhead engage, it stops the Paquito, it stops the Esmeralda, and wait, off-camera kill on the Oheb, down bottom.
It was a flicker ejector combo by Bimo.
Also known as TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTok combo.
The TikTok play. And now I think Blacklist and International are going to have to possibly give up another turtle to Onic, so that will be very detrimental to them if they have to do that.
Oh, and you see the general top, Delarski just cutting deep. Edward forced to respond here.
Ooh.
That's the Paquito doing the same thing he did game one. Just, all right, no pressure at all. Retribution, thanks.
Yeah, Kyrie is clean on getting those off.
Clean
perfectly.
Kyrie.
Clean Kyrie. And, but those small situations like that are going to, again, snowball for Onic. And this is what they had in game one. Blacklist International has to do something to answer them.
Oh my, Venus caught out by Kyrie, cutting through that Eastern River bush. Delarski able to answer, help clear up mid. That was almost a push. That was almost a clean take.
Yeah, and in terms of how they're rotating around the map, Onic are still pretty much doing what they did last game. They're leaving Delarski alone. It's Blacklist who's frequently rotating up into the XP lane, getting kills onto him. And Onic just focusing, again, the jungle, the objectives, and in the gold lane, because again, they're still respecting the, as nice you mentioned earlier, the late game power spike there that the Kimmy can reach.
Yeah, that's going to be huge for them, just in general.
Speaking of the Kimmy, as early as 6 minutes, they decided to give the purple over to Oheb.
Sealing it away.
I mean, if you look at the team composition that they have, it's a very slow kind of early game, and a lot of it is riding on Oheb. And I think that's the smart play here, is really just take it to the late game, because that's where they're going to shine the most here.
Yeah, and at the same time, Oheb has had a great game so far. Being able to maximize the gold there from the energy shielding, actually.
Off-camera kill. It's a duo of Baloyski and Delarski, the Ski brothers, taking down Edward, resulting as well in an off-camera push. Oheb left to about an eighth of his health. He's burning. He's burning. Wise here gonna push back. And there's the Toto's welcome. Get in my belly. Taking down Kyrie.
That was, I mean, that's what they had to watch out for. A big hungry Barrett's coming out, swallowing him up and setting him up. I'm surprised too with the amount of damage that came out there that Oheb was actually able to survive.
Bemo's not surviving though. Oheb looking for an answer. Swap into the face with the entropy, but Haji able to get vengeance in just a second. And here's Baloyski. They're coming in one by one. They're coming in one by one, but he's unable to finish the job. All the while the minions pushed. And this turtle though, the last turtle of this game, goes over to Blacklist.
A lot of trades going on here, but at least they grab a turtle. They're not done yet.
Eagle on to one half of the Ski duo, and he gets away. But look, in mid, Edward again, Mr. Houdini himself gets away.
I mean, he's going to go back down, but again, there's just so much damage for Onic, so they can actually continue to use that against Blacklist. But right now, they're giving up these kind of key objectives. But again, Blacklist definitely needed that. I mean, there's going to come a point where Onic is going to have a hard time going toe-to-toe with them. You can see Delarski here. He's going to get focused on.
All right, Delarski, no flicker, no purify. Oh, wow. All the ults, ladies and gentlemen. That's the combo. Taken down up top. Traded, though, for Oheb down bottom. Plus a turret mirroring the movement, but there's no take from Blacklist.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, fellas, was that worth it?
They didn't get the top turret. I mean, they got a kill there, but no turret just yet. They didn't have anyone here at the bottom. They lose potentially a second one.
Oh, they don't.
It's pretty low though.
Oh,
so it's
sandwich play! Sandwich play! The Queen
Wise.
and Wise coming from different directions. Haji pinning down Baloyski with a wild charge. Venus not gonna survive, but they are gonna take down that Hatred. Kyrie gets away though. All right, so in the long run, maybe.
I mean, two members, Onic, go down there. Blacklist, just one going down. They could again, transition this in more map.
Starting to slowly see the Onic plan crumble.
Yeah, you mentioned it wasn't worth it, and I think this was a domino effect for them. Oh, there's going to be an arrow there. I don't think they're going to be able to do much off of that, though, because everybody is here. So again, earlier, that top play was beneficial because it transitioned into what's happening now for Blacklist.
Look at this. The pivot by Blacklist. They decide it's our turn to take this Quick Lord. Coming out 9 minutes, 45 seconds. Fight breaking down. Up top, Baloyski 1v1 with Edward.
Bimo.
Detna's welcome. He gets the 8-1. Wise throws Bimo right into the wall. Bursting down the jawhead. Venus gets the kill. Delarski dancing on right through. Have taken down by Baloyski.
That was a very long team fight. I mean, the Lord did reset, but it was so extended there, and I think Onic right now benefits more on kind of those extended fights, especially when you have Delarski here. And here you go, Bimo's career assists reaching 600. 100 for this season. Wow.
I'm not sure when Bimo debuted. It must have been season 3.
If I remember, yeah.
Under Onic. But this time around, let's see. Kyrie again, of course. So smooth, clean on the retribution. But another fight has broken down. Oheb punishing him right there. Delarski not going to survive this. That's 3 for none. Traded out for the Lord. That's expensive.
Very expensive. They keep 2 alive, but at what cost? Was it worth it? It's just, I believe that was just a level 1 Lord, so not Luminous. And again, this is going to transition to a turret. Blacklist might actually even try to push in to the base here.
Oh no, could be the finish. No, Wise gets punished. There's the ejector right into the base. Haji looking low, but there's not enough burst coming in from Onic. Baloyski might go down here. Oheb takes him down eventually. Haji survives with a sliver of health. Here comes the cavalry. Get out of our house, says Onic Philippines. They fight Haji. They fight Haji. Kyrie just misses him. They take Edward instead.
But the Lord's marching in, and that's 2 down for Blacklist. So Wise will be able to get back in time, but Onic will be able to turn this around into a deep push down the mid lane. Here comes the BOD for Hatred now, though. That makes him public enemy number 1 for Blacklist International.
Yeah, that's huge, and I think they have a lot of more turret pressure in their lineup right now. So Blacklist has to defend this and stop Onic in their tracks.
Kudos to Onic, though, for the recovery. They did leave a huge wave, top and bottom, but gotta give it over to Blacklist International. They did go for the penetrate, so that is a permanent wound that Onic has to continue nursing.
Yeah, they have to be careful, though, of Hatred now, because he's got pretty much the itemization that Nathan needs to be really scary. So they need to be careful on who they pick off, and a lot of this also relies on Bimo to set up his team properly here with a proper injector or an unstoppable force, but you're also going into the danger zone, going into Blacklist here with what they have. So this is going to be a very tight match kind of going into this late game, especially into that next Lord.
How about tight? They are neck and neck when it comes to net worth. Renmar, what are the items looking like?
Interesting that Wise actually isn't building damage. It's sort of just like another version of his Aldous in a way, because it's mostly defensive and he just built War Axe as his main damage item. Well, it makes sense. I mean, he does have the killing spree up onto him, so he gets... It depends on what stats he got. I'm guessing he probably got physical penetration.
Injector on the Queen, forcing out the flicker. Queen survives. There's the Electro final blow by Edward, but that's a few green dots that Blacklist doesn't have to use right now.
Yeah, and that's so far 2 right now for Onic. Oh, where's Kyrie going?
Okay, so
sneaky.
Just return to the Ube. Just get the Ube back.
Yeah, I think, I mean, that was very close for Blacklist, because if that was a pickoff, that would have been pretty bad. Kyrie might be looking for something here, too.
Who's gonna do something?
All right, he's good.
They're chasing?
Unless conceal up by both Bimo and Venus. Who's gonna get hit first? And all right, Edward Houdini, he's good.
No, I thought that Onic would actually force something there, because Delarski is pretty free up top. Could have opened up a split push there.
And if we're talking about greens, Blacklist has more, but battle spells. Onic still has the panic button. They're okay.
Yeah, no sprint for the Grok and no flicker for Oh My Venus here. Oh My Venus might end up being a sacrificial lamb here in the next big team fight.
About 30 seconds, 40 seconds for Venus to
Yeah.
get that flicker. So yeah, no smart engages from Blacklist just yet.
Athena Shield picked up here by Hatred should improve his survivability against Oh My Venus and especially Oheb.
One thing Blacklist has to be careful though is if they do decide to fight at the next Lord, the potential for Onic to just split push a lane, especially when they have, whoever decides to do it, it could be Hatred, it could be Kyrie, whoever they decide to put in a lane to split push while they're focused on objective, Onic will destroy turrets super fast. But Delarski,
That's it. Gets the feathered, the falling star moon to answer the circling eagle. But here's Wise. Can he stop this Lord take? Can he contest? Maloisi coming in from the east, throwing out an arrow. That's him getting caught. Wise with the full combo.
First
the
hit.
wrath of Onic Philippines, and there's the entropy.
Lord.
Taken by Clean Kyrie, and there's the answer. Wise taken down by Hatred. Circling eagle one more time. They're bursting down Edward. Edward. That's his immortality pop.
the
Maloisi
flicker.
diving into the back. They take 3 down. 3 for 1 so far, and it's Haji getting danced on. He's not gonna survive this. Immortality popped on him as well. Bursted down.
they're breaking the code.
Seconds later, ladies and
Is
gentlemen,
this it?
we're about to add one more notch.
Hatred's
one
still alive.
notch to the scoreline of Blacklist International.
And the
but
Queen.
it's gonna be on the other side. The Queen. It's not enough. The Queen gets the fed on her own. Ladies and gentlemen, the first defeat of Blacklist International.
man!
Onic Philippines. They're feeling it. 2-0. Clean sweep. Put a shirt on, Miko. Miko, put a shirt on. Miko. Oh my God. There are children watching.
Mycophobia, just like J.R. Smith. Just like in the NBA Finals, Lakers versus the Heat. I think it was Stan Van Gundy or Jeff Van Gundy who called J.R. Smith already shirtless.
Yeah.
Now Mycophobia already shirtless.
Young Mycophobia appears.
Young man just woke up. We're about to beat Blacklist. Get up.
What a victory by Onic. The top 2 teams in the league now face off against each other. Their first match went to 3 games, which Blacklist won. But Onic has broken the code. The first team this season. The streak is over and it stops at 11.
Some things change, but it's always the black and yellow that gets the champions.
Right? Something about, oh yeah, last season it was Bren. Now it's Onic. Onic must be feeling a rush right now.
It's Onic time.
It's definitely Onic time. And Blacklist International, we still saw shades of their ability to come back from deficits or make the most out of their leads.
Yes.
But Onic showed what they couldn't in their last match, which was just some crazy clean performances, counter-engage.
Yeah.
There were fights where it looked like Onic would lose it and Blacklist would just stomp over them, but Hatred on the Nathan is someone hopefully we get to highlight during the highlights later on. Kyrie's counterplays, Delarski holding on for dear life to survive.
Baiting him. I think
Baiting them also.
that play.
what opened up the series of plays that led to the eventual 4-for-1 was Delarski
At the top.
Yeah, it's just, Look at me. Look at me.
I think he pulled 3 members up to the top, and that really set them up for the Lord, and then Kyrie to steal it. But
Wow.
Renmore, break it down.
Looking at the items here. Delarski, of course, building up the Radiant Armor, Brute Force Breastplate. Going for a little bit more offensive-minded Esmeralda, actually. You see some Esmeraldas like to pick up things like the Dominance Eyes at one point, but going for the Calamity Reaper Holy Crystal. And he said Delarski, again, with his ability or what he was doing, which was just disrupting and providing diversion, going after the back line. It's a good balance of I can protect myself and I can also deal damage. Hatred, again, when a Nathan picks up a Blade of Despair, and I realize I think I should start doing that more in my own games, it is a turning point. The damage that a Nathan can deal if you cannot pick out that Nathan really hurts. I don't know why I see 2 Wind Talkers there on the side of Kyrie. Maybe one of those is supposed to be a Boots, but pretty standard build as well. The Barretts for Wise, again, more defensive, and then picking up the War Axe as the main damage dealing item. No problem with that as well, because extended team fights for Blacklist look good. They have a lot of sustain. They also have the Kimmy. If they can just hold the formation, it would go really well. And early on, it went well, actually.